What are you looking at, you wonder? This is actually an old shirt made into, it's really soft, a snake bag. And so, so this is for Breck, who is down here. She is in the sick ward because she has, an upper respiratory infection, I believe. She was open mouth breathing, and she looks okay right now, don't you? But I'm gonna take her in anyways. But so I'm going to do something a little crazy. I don't have really a ride, and so I'm gonna take an Uber. Come here, let's get a look at you. I'm gonna take an Uber over there, over to the vet's office in Fontana. And you look so much better than you did the other day. I'm gonna take her in regardless, though. Come here. She's also really small for a female. She's not really one of my big eaters. She's a Canary Dodoma. I have a Canary Dodoma male. I was hoping to get babies, but she didn't want to do that. She's like, now why did you dig me up? Alright, I'm sorry. Here, I'll cover you back up. You can go back. So I put them in shredded paper because, oh, and she's got stuck shed on her tail too. So she's on shredded paper because the sand, if your snake is sick, the different substrates will stick to the mouth and to the nose because moisture is coming from the mouth and the nose when the animal has a upper respiratory infection. And so you always want to put them on, on something, snakes, burrowing snakes. You can put them on this paper, ball python. You put them on, just regular, paper, like that, but it doesn't have to be shredded. This is just in case I have a bunch of babies. Yeah, and actually, that's the one for a bunch of babies, but it depends on how many Saffron has. Oh, looks like Rhea wants to be out and about. But here's Saffron. Oh, you could see her head. She was the one that got away. No, she didn't. She came back. Okay, so if you haven't seen that video, you should watch it. But, alright, so now I have her on my hands in case she's sick. So I'm going to, before I touch any other animals or any other thing, I'm going to put hand sanitizer on me. But I will try to film me putting her in the bag, and then I'll see if the Uber driver cares if I film. And then if the vet cares, and then I do have to run and make one stop. But I'm not going to tell the Uber driver I have a snake with me unless I find out later on that he or she likes snakes. And then I'll say, well, actually, but until then, I'm just not going to say anything. Because actually, the last time I was in an Uber, I lost a mouse. It chewed through the bag, and it escaped. So that was my bad. But the guy was really cool about it, and I gave him a big tip. Couldn't find the mouse. Okay, anyways, let's not lose a snake. That would be really bad. Okay, all right. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Oh, what time is it? Hold on. It's 2:29. There we go, 2:29. And my appointment for Breck is at 4. So I got to get dressed and all that stuff. So, okay. And so, Breck, come here, my pretty girl. Where is she? There she is. I always get worried when I don't feel them. There's her tail. Come here, pretty girl. Hi. I'm gonna have to use 2 hands to put her in the bag, so I'm gonna turn this off, and then I will film her in the bag. Oh, what's that? Right there. That's interesting. Okay, all right. Okay, I'm walking out of the house now, and then I'm gonna check. Stay. Nuh-uh. Stay. I'm sorry. Stay. There's. Oh, he's here. All right, I'm gonna turn this off until I have his permission to film. Okay, so we are in the Uber car. And do you care if we say your name?
Just call me Bob.
Bob. All right, Bob. Bob is here, and he's driving us, and he's in a very nice car. We are going to go to the bank first, and then we are going to go to the UPS store, and then our final destination in Cherry Valley. Not Cherry Valley. It's that's where it's off of Cherry. It's in Rancho, or I think it's in Fontana technically. So okay, so there we go. Thanks everybody. Ehlers Danlos Syndrome is when it's a connective tissue disorder, and so your whole body is made of connective tissue, and so you know, you have all sorts of problems with your joints, your skin, your organs, and so it pretty much sucks. But so I vlog my interactions with my pets, and so I have a lot of pets. I have 14 snakes, and I've got 2 donkeys, 2 miniature donkeys, 2 dwarf goats, and then my service dog, and then our family dog. Do you have any pets?
No.
No
because
pets?
I wouldn't be a good parent.
Oh, you wouldn't be a good parent? So you're not an animal person?
I love animals, other people's animals.
Other people's animals.
Yeah, because that way I don't have to take care of them so that they continue to survive.
Very good. How do you feel about snakes?
Snakes are snakes.
Snakes are snakes? But are you, like, creeped out about them?
No, not at all.
That's great, because I have one in my purse.
Oh, as long as he doesn't get out and cause
All right, he's coming with me into the bank.
No worries.
Thank you very much. All right, I'll be right back. I did lose a mouse in the last Uber car, though. So, so just be forewarned. But no, she's coming with me. All right, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so we made it. Breck is still in here. And I'm at my animal hospital. I'm actually here a half an hour early. Hi, thank you. Well, I'm a half an hour early. So I packed her in here so she would be warm, but not too warm, because that's actually... You still with me? I feel your face right here. Being too warm is actually the most common cause of death in shipping reptiles, is people packing the heat, because in shipping reptiles you either need to pack a cool pack or a heat pack, depending on where you're shipping them. And sometimes people overheat the reptiles, and that is the biggest death of reptiles in shipping, is people overheating them. So that's something, FYI, you always want to make sure if you ship a reptile to call the shipping reptile company. I use Reptiles to Us or something. I forget which one I use, but they're all great. Call your shipping company and ask them, double check the weather. And then, yeah, all those things. And I'm feeling all right as in regards to my EDS. I'm in a little bit of pain, and I'm definitely nauseous. But it was a nice Uber driver, and so that was cool. I got a good feeling from him, so that's why I asked about the snakes. So he ended up being neat. But yeah, so half an hour early. Because they have a TV, and they usually have good things on TV. Oh, that's Jack Hanna. Healthy diet. Alright, they're coming. Do you want me to take her out of the bag? She'll stay. I mean, the bag doesn't weigh very much. But she can...
Yeah, you can just put her in. You said she thinks possible URI?
Yeah, she was open mouth breathing yesterday. And I had another snake named Rhea who I thought had an upper respiratory infection, and I had made a vet appointment for her, and then I canceled it. And so now I think Rhea is doing better, but now this snake in particular, she's not very big for a female Kenyan sand boa.
Okay.
So she's the smallest female I have. She's never been a good eater anyways, and so but that could just be her.
Yeah.
So
okay. Does she have any discharge coming from the eyes or the nose?
Yeah, she had a goopy nose and goopy mouth.
Okay. And then what do you feed her?
I feed her every week. She gets 1 mouse from a good place. They're always healthy mice.
You said once a week?
Once a week, yep.
And what do you house her in?
She is in a rack system.
A rack
system.
Okay.
Tubs, heat, belly heat in the back.
Any bedding?
Sand. It is sandblasting sand.
Alright. Okay, you said she's kind of a picky eater?
Yes, picky eater. She'll kill the mouse a lot of the times, but she won't actually eat it.
Okay.
She just wants to kill it just to get rid of it. And then she's like, okay, now I just don't feel like eating.
What about drinking?
Pardon,
Okay.
drinking? Yeah, she drinks fine. I mean, I think she does.
And is she on any medication right now?
No, she's not on any medication.
Alright. So yeah, let Dr. Heisey know, and then he'll be riding with you guys, okay?
Okay, great. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
And then I'll leave the litter box in here, but I'll take this out.
Okay.
You can go ahead and leave her in there if you want.
Okay, yeah, she can stay in there. Perfect.
Alright, did you have
That's
any
a
other
litter
questions?
box. You're letting me put my snake in a cat litter box?
Was there any questions or concerns that you had?
No, that's great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, I won't put your face on Facebook. Okay, so this is Breck. She, yesterday I was looking at her and she had discharge from her mouth and nose. And she's usually not, she might bite. She's usually not a biter. She's usually pretty good, but you never know.
Yeah.
And so anyways, so she had mucus coming from her nose and mouth and was open mouth breathing. And then I put her in so she's normally in sand, and so I put her in paper, shredded paper. And then she looked like this morning, and she looked, pretty good.
Okay.
But she does have stuck shed on her tail.
I know, it's hard, huh? So a little bit of inflammation back in the throat.
Okay.
So I don't know if you can see the little bubbles back there.
This is cool. Yeah, I kind of can.
A little bit puffy.
Okay.
I mean, it's not terrible.
Because I had one snake with an upper respiratory infection that I was going to bring in, and then it kind of cleared up on its own. So I'm in the middle of getting ready to get new sand on all the racks, in all the racks, and I don't want anybody to contaminate anybody else. So I want to make sure that they're all healthy before I start switching the sand around.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing I do notice a little bit is when you look kind of from the side, you see how it's a little puffy down here?
Yeah, I do.
Got a little bit of this little bulge.
Okay.
And that could be inflammation of the throat there.
Something I've noticed with sand boas is that they do get a little puffy in the face before they shed.
Okay.
So that could be maybe even it, but like you said, it could, I mean, I'm not going to say no to not that, but that's just something that I have noticed in Kenyan sand boas. And then she's never been a good eater. She's my smallest sand boa. My pregnant sand boa that I have right now is I haven't weighed her since she's been pregnant, but she's about 800 grams. Mm-hmm. And then my other sand boas are like 700 grams, and then I've got one that's growing, and she's 400 grams, and then I've got her, who I've had longer than all the others, almost, and she's only 380 grams. So she doesn't eat a lot. Sometimes she leaves her mouse, and then sometimes she just kills it. Most of the time she'll just kill it and leave it.
Neurologically, you seem okay.
Well, that's
I mean,
good.
everything looks pretty normal.
Okay.
Her body condition is good. She doesn't look thin. She doesn't look overweight. Everything looks good. I mean, there is a little inflammation in the mouth. The question is it something contagious, something infectious?
Yeah.
Is it viral? Is it bacterial? Is it fungal?
I mean, is there a way to check the saliva? Is it an expensive test?
Well, checking the saliva is not usually a good idea.
Oh, okay.
Because there's lots of bacteria in the mouth.
Okay, right.
And so when we start swabbing a mouth of a reptile or anything, you're going to grow bacteria.
Okay.
And the question is always trying to sort out, is it a problem or is it not?
Okay.
Just because there's, you're going to probably grow 5 or 6 different bacterias.
Okay.
And a lot of them are just normal.
Okay, and that's like a Komodo dragon, the way they kill their prey is by their bacteria.
Yeah, they actually did find that they have some venom too.
Oh, they do have venom. Okay, all right. Venom
That's a new
also.
thing.
That's a new thing.
So, one thing you can do is, you can, where we were in the back of the mouth, there is an opening, what's called the glottis.
Okay.
Sometimes when that opens up when they breathe, you can get a little swab down into the top of their trachea
Okay.
and get what we call a tracheal culture.
Okay.
That is something that we can do without any sedation or anything else.
Okay.
Sometimes what we have to do is what's called a transtracheal wash. So we actually will put a tube further down their trachea.
Okay.
Some sterile saline goes in. We slosh them around a little bit. We take some fluid back out, and we send that for cultures and cytologies.
And so Raven, she's been causing my love of my life, and I'm not going to say I'm spending all my money on her right now. What would you recommend? Do you think this snake is...
Well, if you think that we look better today than yesterday...
She looks way better today than yesterday.
One thing we can do is just monitor her.
Okay.
I don't want to just throw antibiotics at something if we don't need to. We don't want to just be using antibiotics willy-nilly. So that's certainly something we could start with, is just watch her for the next week or so.
Okay.
If you're seeing more, I don't know if you would be comfortable opening that mouth up.
I could open the mouth. I could get...
you can take a look
a
and
really
see.
sharp knife to pry it open, or maybe...
I wouldn't use
I'm just kidding.
You're worrying me a little bit.
You're like, I don't feel confident in giving you this snake back.
Right? You just stay here with us. No, you can, open the mouth.
Okay.
And take a look. If you're seeing more inflammation, you're seeing a lot more bubbles, you're seeing stuff come out the nose.
That's what it looked like yesterday, but it's much better
and it could
today.
just be something that was there and now it's just going away.
Yeah.
Especially if it's viral, their immune system is going to take care of it on its own. We don't need to usually do a whole lot as long as they take care of it.
Okay.
All
right,
The
cool.
hard part is, is it going to go away on its own?
Yeah.
You know, sometimes they'll do this kind of roller coaster where it'll look better and look worse, look better, look worse.
Yeah, reptiles are
And,
really difficult.
You know, yes, cultures, you know, cytologies, cultures, those kinds of things are expensive. You know, to get a swab and send it out, you're probably looking a couple $100.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do that.
So for now, let's watch it because
Okay.
I don't want to just start antibiotics without knowing that we have something bacterial
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
Now, if it continues to get worse, then that may be something we do.
Okay. Yeah. Definitely. Okay.
And, you know, you can kind of be my eyes and ears because I know you can kind of see what's going on.
Yeah.
And you can even, you know, if you're seeing more, you know, get a little video clip or
Okay.
you know, shoot
Yeah.
a picture
Yeah.
of
I
it and
should
send
have
it
a
to me.
video clip. That would have been a good idea. Okay. I'll do that. So we're gonna stop by one store, and Breck is good. Basically, he said that she looks good. He thinks that whatever I did or whatever it was passed.
I think I must have rubbed Vicks on her.
Did you? You might have. You rubbed Vicks on my snake without telling me,
Yeah, got him better.
and
It's
now
funny.
she's better.
Are you still?
I am filming. You want me to turn it off? I'm filming my
Foot?
my snake bag. All right, so I'm gonna turn it off now. Okay. Hi guys. Hi hound dogs. Watch out, the door is gonna hit you. It's gonna hit you. No, you cannot have the snake in the bag. All right, we're gonna go put Breck. I'm gonna go put Breck. Hi Raven. Back upstairs, and then I'm gonna feed the animals later tonight. But yeah, so okay, cool. Okay, so here she is, and she still has that stuck shed on the tip of her tail. I don't know if you can kind of see it in the, there you go, you can see it. So I'm gonna put her in a humid, she's like, I hate this paper. I'm gonna put her in a humid hide. But I've got to get the moss wet first. And so I'm actually going to show you guys how I do that. So give me 1 second. Okay, so here are my humid hide boxes. This one is for the males or smaller snakes that have trouble shedding. And then this one here is for my bigger snakes, so that is what I would use for Breck. I have sphagnum moss, I don't know if I'm saying it right, in there. And then a heat mat that you put on half of the thing, and then also this reptile shedding aid spray. So I'm going to show you what I do. First, you got to stand up slowly and not fall over. Okay. Alright, so first you got to unlatch the top. Wow, this one's really latched. That's how I lost my other snake, is that it was not latch good enough. Okay, so you've got your sphagnum moss in here, and now you turn your water on. It can be hot or cold or whatever. It seems like that's the most. And then you let it soak. You hold it down in the water and you let it soak for about, I like to let it soak for 4 or 5 hours. And this is actually new moss. I just put this in here the other day after I changed it from when I used different snakes. Okay, so I'm gonna let that sit for a couple of hours, and then I'll probably, it's 5:10 right now. I will maybe show it about, maybe I'll just do 2 hours. I don't know. I'll probably show you at around 8 o'clock. And then I'll show you how I do the rest of the process of how to help get stuck shed off of a snake. Okay, good morning. Kind of tired. It's 9 something, 9:30 I think, and I've been awake pretty much most of the night, but so I feel really nauseous right now, so I'm going to take something for nausea. But for the snake people who watched yesterday's video, this is or today and yesterday's video, I'm making it a 2-in-1 video. This is the extra moss, and so I'm going to take it. Hi Raven, what are you even doing? What are you even doing? I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it outside in the sun so it doesn't, but I need to use 2 hands to get down the stairs, so I'm going to turn this off. Okay, so the moss has been in here for a couple hours. Now you dump out the water, just the water, not the moss. I need to, this bigger tub is kind of hard to do, and I can't do it with one hand because I got to push down the moss. Okay, so I'm going to drain the water, and then I'll turn it back on. Okay, so I drained the water, and now you've got this damp, not damp, it's like really wet. So you dump out all the water, and sometimes there's still a little bit of, you don't want too much water at the bottom, but a little bit is okay. So anyways, so you've got this damp moss, and the sand boa is going to want to do his thing and bury in it. So they're going to burrow in the damp moss, and then that will get their, help get their skin off, their shed. So you also want to do a heat mat on half of the side that you're doing. And so let's get this a little bit more. So we're going to do that on half because the animals have to be able to choose whether or not they want to be warm. The reptiles, they need to be able to thermoregulate and see and choose whether they want to be hot or cold. And so that's a little bit, kind of a lot, so I'm going to push it back down just a little ways. Okay, so I'm going to go get my reptile, Breck. Ooh, that light worked. And for those of you, I've been so busy today, my back hurts so bad. Okay, so, but back to Breck. I'm not complaining. I'm just merely stating a fact. I might be complaining. I'm complaining to you guys. I'm sorry. Hi, Breck. Come here. I know. You're a really good snake for being all the stuff that I keep doing to you, like taking you out, putting you in. Yeah, she looks pretty good. That's what the vet said. I don't know, this isn't, her face looks all blurry. It's just not focusing on her face. There we go. Okay, so Breck she's got some mist shed on her tail, as you can see. So I'm going to set her in here. And sometimes, oh, I forgot. A lot of times I let it heat up, but it already feels warm. You don't want to put them in it when it's cold, but I can already feel it warming at the bottom, so that's good. Okay, now I take this reptile shedding spray aid, and I'm going to spray it on her tail. If the snake is having an all over body shedding problem, that I just wanted to get it, make sure it got under her tail. But let's see, so you can see how it's discolored, and it's past the vent, it's just right here on top, and then it starts right here at the bottom. So so you don't want to pick at it. You just want to let them work it off. So I'm gonna let her burrow in there. There she goes, doing her thing. And I will leave her in this for probably all night. If I come in and go to the bathroom or whatever, and she's moving around, I will. I think this is. No, I think that's right. I don't know how this top works. But yeah, so anyways, so I gotta turn this off, but I will let her, I gotta make sure I put it on the right way, or else I'll lose her, and that will be bad. That was the right way. Oh, this isn't, okay. I'm finding out the problem. That's not down. There we go. Haha. You're not getting out, Breck. Not like Saffron. No way, Jose. And then you just leave them. It's mostly, she's going to be pretty much dark. I'm going to keep it dark. It's nighttime. Nighttime's the best time to do this because that's when they're the most active. But it'll be dark in here for the most part. All I have to do is take my medicines, and there you go. And so I'll leave her in there until tomorrow morning, unless I decide to check on her in the middle of the night. And if not, I will show this video of her in the morning when she's nice and shed. Thanks for watching her at the vet, and yeah, there you go. Oh, see, she just maybe yawned, but I never see him yawn. But she was doing that yesterday. She had her open mouth breathing. I should have videotaped it. That's when you want to think of videotaping. But of course I wasn't thinking of vlogging it. I was just like, oh no, sick snake, what to do? But yeah, so she's gonna burrow and figure it out. And yeah, all right. So this will be a 2-day video. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Or maybe in the later night. I don't know. I'll have to decide. But yeah, this is on really good. Okay. All right. Bye, guys. I'll see you in a little bit. All right. I saw you faster than I'm famous for stopping my videos and restarting them. I went to put this cap back on this, and it's in there. So, and that's by ZooMed Repti Shedding Aid, and it helps make it kind of slimy and grimy, and it helps the shed come off really nicely, and it's obviously safe for your reptile. Okay. All right. Good luck, Breck. Okay. It's been about. It's still early. It's 8:25, but I wanted to check on him real quick because I was thinking, you know, sand boas get upper respiratory infections due to excess moisture, and so you really don't want them to have too much humidity. Too much humidity, because a sand boa will actually get. Looks like it's still on there. No, maybe it's off. Let me look without the lens. No, it's still she's not moving enough to get it off of there. I think what I'm gonna do, just because she has been sick, I'm gonna just spray her with this, and then just her tail, but actually put her back. I'll spray her tail again, but I'm gonna put her back in her tub where she was, her newspaper, her regular paper, shredded paper. So I'm gonna take her out. Come here. Doing this with one hand. I want to get the moss. Hi, pretty girl. Hi. Do you have moss on your tail? How come you won't shed your tail? So there you can... Her skin is making squeaky noises. Or it's her wheezing. It could be her wheezing. So I'm not picking it, I'm just kind of slowly rubbing it to see if it's any looser. And it's not really much looser. So I'm gonna leave her be. Not leave her be on the floor. Just kidding, that would be bad. Huh. Breck. Hear that noise, you guys? That's coming from her. I think that was a bad thing to put her in humidity. I was just trying to get the thing on her tail, but I think I did the exact wrong thing. I gave her more moisture, and she needed less. So that was really stupid of me. I'm kind of mad. But yeah, so let's put her away. She's constricting me. Come on, let go. There you go. Sorry, I didn't mean to like clunk you down there. Here, in the back is where it's warm. There, give her water. Oh, they're watching White Collar. That's a great show. Okay, alright. So Breck is in there. And all is good. Okay.